What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Movie Talk, the only podcast you need for all your movie news, movie reviews, and more. I don't know why I keep moving that mic. I do it every time. I had it in the spot I wanted, but then I started
It's a
moving it.
force of habit. It's like a little anxious twitch.
Yeah, don't know. But what's happening is obviously it's been Christmas, so we have some new things to bring to you. As you can see, if you are watching me, I look so sharp, so everything. Got a new camera, and I'm
A new
happy.
camera.
I'm happy, 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 happy. But yeah, you know, random thoughts again. We have a little bit of a change up for the situation today because Lawson couldn't go see The Boy and the Heron. I saw The Boy and the Heron, and we both saw Rebel Moon. And then we were switching it up with the family switch, the little Christmas one. Original plan was to watch two Christmas things, but I didn't watch the other Christmas thing. I don't know. I
I
just
did.
forgot. And Lawson, yeah, he watched it. So a little bit of a change up, and we'll have a little surprise of the things that we watch. We're gonna try and guess what they are. Put them in the comments below before you watch the entire episode. I don't know,
What?
whatever. I don't know. Go away.
We've each watched other stuff. We're just gonna talk about a few random things today. It's Christmas. The format's a little out the window. No one cares. Just sit and enjoy.
Yep, yep. So obviously, because it is Christmas, there is some brand new movies around the corner because they love the brand new year big releases. So
Yep.
pretty keen. And there
Like,
is, oh, all right, calm down. This is like
I'm
drum roll.
excited.
I'm waiting. I'm
Yeah, come
waiting for the
on.
drum roll. There
You're
is
waiting for the screen to load.
no. Todd Phillips offers a new look at Joker sequel. So the sequel
Okay.
does look pretty cool.
I better watch the
I'm pretty.
original.
Oh, you haven't seen it? It's good.
No, I keep getting told I need to watch it.
Yeah,
Obviously, it's won a lot of awards and shit.
yeah. It's very different to what you used to with the Batman and the old Joker and all that
Okay.
stuff. So yeah, get keen. Rebel Moon Part 2 teaser trailer promises war. We'll get into that that very soon.
Yep.
Also, get your calculators ready because you're in for a treat.
Okay.
And Christopher Landon no longer directing Scream 7. I had to quickly do the Roman numerals in my head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Where's calculator coming into play?
in Rebel Moon.
What?
Don't worry. Wait
Okay,
till
calculator's ready. Oh, my bad.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
I thought you were
yeah, yeah.
introducing the next thing by saying get your
No,
calculators ready.
no.
Yeah, no fair, my bad.
That'll make
Sorry,
sense.
what was the next thing you said? I got a little distracted there.
Christopher Landon is no longer directing Scream 7.
Okay.
Mm.
Is how many has he done prior? I forget
Uh,
how many.
well, there's 6 films. I don't know how many of them he's done. So, yeah, I don't
This is helpful.
know. But I don't know. Ben Stiller is starring in David Gordon's green new comedy drama Nutcrackers. I feel like they've missed the window for this. So
Yeah, because Nutcracker's a Christmas thing, right?
yeah, unless this is like next year release, I don't know what they're doing.
Jesus. Who'd say it was?
Ben Stiller is starring in
Ben
David
Stiller.
Gordon. Yeah,
I forgot Ben Stiller was fucking doing shit.
no, he hasn't done much. I've been watching King of Queens lately, and his father cracks me up. Old Arthur.
His father.
He's Arthur, in King of Queens, the guy that yells and screams.
Ben Stiller's dad in real life is
Yeah,
Arthur. Oh, there
yeah,
you go. I didn't know that.
yeah. And for the flashback, when they give like the backstory of Arthur's like life, Ben Stiller plays the dad.
Oh, that's pretty funny. I didn't
Mm,
know that. There
yeah,
you go.
yeah,
I like that actually. That's
mm,
that's pretty cool.
yeah. And they have very similar mannerisms. You know, how Ben Stiller's like always sort of loses it, like he does it like a random lose the plot yelling. His father's better at
Yeah.
it. Yeah, yeah. I think it's just because he's
I
really
mean,
old.
I don't really like either of them, but
Whoa, all right.
I
Uh,
like King of Queens. We've been through this. King of Queens is silly, boring. I don't get it. I don't
no,
understand the attraction. But there's also things I do. You don't understand the attraction of either.
true. The first teaser for the new Adam Sandler film Spaceman. I'm hoping Adam Sandler. I don't know. Adam Sandler's real hit and miss with his movies lately.
Very.
Like, I really enjoy.
Is this animated again?
No, real life,
Man,
real life.
live action. Okay.
Mm. So we'll see.
Spaceman. I've never heard of it till now.
I'm a spaceman. No, that's not even the right tune.
Is it sci-fi comedy or what?
I don't know. Drama alongside. He's mixing drama alongside his usual comedy. Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll see. We'll see.
I like him in some more serious roles.
Yeah, Uncut Gems and also Hustle were really good. I really enjoyed those
Yeah.
films. Mm.
I like him more than if he tries to be. A lot of his current stuff is joke is dad.
Yep,
Dad is joke.
yep.
And
Or a movie
I
for
don't
his daughter.
care.
Whoa,
Sorry.
earthquake.
Yep. That's what it
Yep,
was.
yep. But
I just
Shredder
don't have a
will
good spot for my
be
camera yet.
100 times scarier than Superfly in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sequel. Get keen. Shredder is finally coming. I'm so keen for that. They did so well with the first
Good,
film.
because that's one of the biggest complaints at the first one.
Yeah.
That Shredder wasn't in it.
You gotta start with Shredder. I feel like you have
I love
to.
Shredder.
Yeah, Shredder's
So
cool.
sick. His voice in the original like 90s movies scared me as a kid.
Oh, really? You got scared real easy, eh?
Oh yeah, I was yeah. Fuck. Ah,
Well,
normally it stays. Just keep going.
for everyone
Sorry,
listening,
anyone who's watching.
Lawson's camera is moving around. But he will have a new camera soon, so get keen.
No, it's not
Then,
the camera's fault. It's I don't have anywhere good to mount it because my monitors are on a diagonal and my camera
uh,
just sort of floats in the middle.
well, okay. Then we've got Lisa Frankenstein is Diablo Cody's horror comedy flip on Weird Science. Nobody was making a building a man movie. You know,
What the fuck? That I have no idea what you just said. It was just
uh,
disjointed words.
Lisa Frankenstein is Diablo Cody's horror comedy flip on Weird Science. You know Weird Science where they built the lady, or the girl?
Uh, no,
Oh, okay. You don't know the movie Weird Science?
I
You ever
don't
saw
think
that
so.
back in the day? Yeah, I feel like you would
No,
have. Where this one they saw an opportunity to flip the roles and they're making a man instead.
I don't know what Weird Science is. I'm looking at it right now. I don't
Hmm.
recognize it at all.
Really?
No,
Yeah, right. Well, there you
how
go.
did I just sort of miss this?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay. Lisa Frankenstein.
Yep.
Your thing.
Hmm.
Set in 1989.
Hmm. Yeah, it's a good year. It's a good year.
No, I didn't exist yet. It's a bad year.
That's good year. It's good. But the last bit of news off the rank is Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes was pitched as an apocalypto with apes by director Wes Ball.
Okay, I'm okay with
Mm.
that because
Hmm.
Apocalypto is fucking incredible.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. Get
It's a big call.
keen.
Who called that though?
Hey, Wes Ball.
The director himself said
Hmm.
that.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's it.
okay. So
That's
grain
it.
of salt.
That's how he's pitched it.
Yeah, okay.
Mm. Mm.
Hmm.
We'll see.
You say
We'll
so.
see. Mm. Well, let's
Mm,
move off to the big item off the rank, which is Netflix's biggest attraction at the moment, which is Rebel
yep.
Moon Part One: A Child of Fire, which is Zack Snyder. So Zack Snyder has a interesting backlog of items. So if
Hmm.
you've kind of seen one of Zack Snyder's films, you kind of get the gist of what he's going to be doing because he was
Yeah.
obviously the director of 300. I didn't know that he did a My Chemical Romance like video. He did Watchmen, Sucker Punch, Batman vs Superman, and obviously he's very famous Justice League edit. So he just seems to
300.
get. No, he did the Justice League like re-edit. I did 300
Oh
at the
no, no, no.
start.
I'm just saying you've mentioned 300. It's probably one of his
I started
biggest
with
known.
I started with
Oh, did you?
300. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I must have been
Yeah.
distracted.
Yeah.
I was looking him up and looking at other stuff.
And and then his other one, which was also a Netflix one, which is Army of the Dead, which was a an absolutely mindless slow motion field nonsense.
Oh,
So
wasn't this?
Rebel, no, well, hang on. Rebel Moon was originally Zack Snyder pitched to Star Wars and was like, "Hey, Star Wars, I've got this really cool idea, which is pretty much A New Hope, just
Yep.
darker action. You think,
And less interesting characters.
yeah, like you think, oh, hang on, if Star Wars have like knocked me back, do I
Yep.
go away from the Star Wars storyline, or do I like lean into it
Copy it directly.
even more? Like,
I don't know.
oh,
He wasn't sued. There is so much. There
this
is so
is
much. It's literally a person living on a farm who people come, the Empire come and make threats or kill someone who is important, and then the person is thrust into action to try and fight back. And he has to be led by there's no old man, but he meets a scavenger guy, like what'd you call him? The guy in this
the
who at the
farmer.
end, no, the guy who transports him on a ship. He's
Oh,
he's like a
with
he's a
the
scoundrel. What does this call him? A scoundrel, right?
oh, he was
Like
like a
a
mercenary. He was like a bounty mercenary.
yeah, he
You
might as
talking
well have been Han
you
Solo.
talking you talking about Jax from Sons of Anarchy and
Yes,
also King
yes,
Arthur. Charlie Hunan Hunan
sure. Yeah,
Hanan.
him. He's
Yep.
in Green Street Hooligans, which is one of my favorite
Yeah.
movies.
He's also in Sons of Anarchy and is King Arthur in the newest telling of King Arthur.
Okay,
Hmm.
you say
Yep.
so.
He is.
But yeah, he was Han Solo, like literally Han Solo, with
Uh,
less character development.
yeah, I kind of feel like he was Han Solo mixed with Lando.
Mm, what part of Lando do you see in him that isn't in Han Solo?
The I'm gonna spoiler turn you in to the Empire.
Yeah, but that's just Han Solo if he didn't have his character arc. Like you
You
take
reckon?
away Han Solo's character arc. Well, yeah, because in the beginning of New Hope is all about money.
I
At the
thought
end, he has an
nah.
arc and he's like, "Oh, I'm not about money anymore."
I
Whereas this
thought
character stayed on the path of more about money. No,
nah. I always saw Han Solo as like I will scrap to survive, but at the end of the day, I'm a good bloke, rather than Lando's like I'm getting in there for money. That's what
yeah, I feel like a lot of it though is the development of Han Solo from beginning to end. I don't think at the beginning of New Hope he would have done what he did at the end of New Hope.
yeah,
I
still
think is because of his character arc, whereas these characters have no arc. That's what I'm
yeah,
getting at. But
okay. Mm, yeah,
how
guess
interesting already that we are discussing the nuances of Star Wars characters when we're trying to discuss this.
surprise,
Because
surprise.
right, it's the fucking same. You get my point. The
Yeah,
point is, it's fucking New Hope, like frame by frame, and then it goes into
it even has glowing swords at one point, which
I know
resemble a very, very iconic weapon from
they're
Star
literally
Wars.
they're literally flat lightsabers.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing different about this. You can see why he first was like, this needs to be a Star Wars movie. I don't know. I genuinely don't know how he's not being sued. I'm not just saying that as like, oh, there's so much similar. There is so much similar.
Yep. And like Tatooine is pretty much instead of sand, it's replaced with rocks. Like
Yep.
it's all oh, I can't believe it. It's a darker telling of A New Hope with less likable characters. Like no one in this is likable. I didn't find
No one has any
any
character.
I didn't find anyone likable. Like
And no one's dislikable either. They're just
there was
nothing.
very minor moments that I was like, "Oh, Corey, you're kind of likable," and then she just goes into like some deadpan delivery of this random as line. Like,
That just sucks.
whoever wrote that sucks. And there's three writers: it's Zack Snyder, Kurt, and Shay. So
John
they,
Stad,
yeah,
who was also on 300 and some other shit.
yeah, but like
He's done next to nothing.
300 was like, I don't know. I think because it was like gruff and that was the timepiece. It was
Yeah,
like
but it
everything.
wasn't good writing.
No, but like everything was next level. This was like attempting to be next level, but also I don't know. I feel like it definitely needed to go into it. Like a TV show would have done this better because after
I
an
think a
hour,
video game.
yeah, after an hour and like 20 minutes, it was only then that like majority of the team was assembled. I was like, I've
Yeah.
spent no time with any of the characters, and
No.
like
No. Exactly.
the
Name
introduction
one
of
character without looking at IMDb. Name one character.
I can't. I actually had to look up to say who the main character was, which
Even the
was
fucking main character.
yeah. But like even Titus, like King Titus, who was meant to be the most strategic general ever, he was just
Yep.
like, "Hey, you want to join me?" She was like, he
Yep.
was like, "Yeah, all right." Like
And then he did nothing.
there was some dialogue in between, but it was like, "Yeah, come along." And like, I don't know if anyone who has a jawline, like, you had to have a jawline to be like a main character.
Oh, the
Like,
bad guy. Oh, sure, sure.
like
Yeah, I wrote in my notes that the level of attractiveness is directly proportionate to the level of hero. Everyone who's the main character in this, good or bad, hero or anti-hero, was so fucking attractive, beautiful, handsome. It was strange.
that was bizarre, and like everyone else was just filler.
Yeah.
And even the bad guy was so bad. Like there was no rhyme or reason. He was just a
No,
super bad guy. Like he was
he
just
wanted to be famous amongst the bad guys or something. I'm like, that's a shit motivation.
yeah,
Why? Why wasn't his motivation trying to prove himself to I can't remember his fucking name. I don't remember no one's name, but Cora's the guy who raised Cora, right?
the
Bel
father, the emperor.
Balthazar or some bullshit, right? You know him?
Yep, yep.
Um,
I didn't
why
realize that.
wasn't it like, oh, he's upset that she's like the chosen one and he needs it because he's actually better and he's more powerful and like there could have been some history between him and Cora and maybe actually have some more fucking character. But no, I want them to know the things that I've done here. That's fucking shit motivation for a bad guy.
Yep. Like I didn't even realize. I thought the bad guy was the father to begin with because I was like, I don't know who anyone you're talking about. Like when he first came down, I just assumed he was like leading from the front because he get a little bit of like information drop that the
Uh huh.
general's like the guy that's he's not a normal general. He leads and he fights. I was like, oh, is that this bloke that's like dropping in? And then it turns out no, that he's just like some lackey that's sent out on missions.
He's no one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yet
Also,
he walks in there
what?
swinging his dick around.
Yeah, like why is he killing off all the farmers as well? Like they've got all these
Why do they
super,
even want the farmers?
they've got these super robots. Why can't the robots like can't they just kill the farmers and let the robots do the work? Like what is
Why
happening?
does this giant ship need farms from some random crop they stumbled across? Like they never established that they're trapped up there, that they ran out of booster power, that they're running out of food. They're just like, we want all your food. You've got 26 days or some bullshit.
Yeah,
Why? Why do you want their food?
I don't know. And then he just swings the club around for like random as reason with
Yeah,
every every slow mo. The amount of slow mos in this is
insane.
ridiculous. Like
Yeah,
there's slow mos for slow mos. I was
yeah.
within
The slow modes people running for like 30 seconds, just them running, just running. They won't do anything interesting. They're just running,
yeah. It was ridiculous. Like
jogging.
I liked 300. I liked the slow mos in that. Like I felt like it fit. But this was like
Yeah,
I'm gonna dodge something slow mo. I'm gonna do a quick movement and then another slow mo. Like the
yeah.
first time we get to see Cora in action, where she's trying to like get dragged back into her past life, it was like this could have been a really cool fight scene if you just like did some quick edits,
Showed the actual. Yeah, yeah.
like Jason Bourne style, even though they make me slightly motion sick, like that would have been
Uh,
more impactful than 14 different slow mos within a 20-second burst.
yeah. It becomes a meme very quick. Like it doesn't. It loses the cool factor. 300. I mean, it's 2006. 300 had an element of the cool factor because in 2006 there wasn't much out there that overused. But it was still back then. It was still a joke when they did the epic movie
Oh yeah.
that had like the joke in that was that it was fucking slow mo overused. So, it's now what, 18, 7, 16 years later or some bullshit. I can't do maths. 17, 18 years later. And we're getting the same thing, but like done even more. It's a joke. It's so silly. there's pardon me, there's a scene of someone sprinkling seeds or rice or grain or some shit into like, while they're tilling the soil. And that was in slow-mo. Like, why? If you
Even
use it nicely, sure. But
there was even like just her backstory of her like training to be a soldier and her like they were encouraged to find a partner in their like training regiment so they'd fight harder.
yeah,
And like
yeah,
even their hug and their embrace was in slow-mo.
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
what is happening?
I know.
There
It
was
was so much.
there
Calm
was a
down,
s
Zach.
there was one scene that really annoyed me to the point where I
Yeah,
was
go
like
on.
there is a bloke named Tarak who has the most ridiculous abs. Like I don't know what was happening, but they made a point of like directly showing his abs every time. Did you see like it was almost like GHG gut? Like
Yeah,
it
he's
was
one of the in Game of Thrones, he's one of the horse guys. What are they
yeah,
fucking called?
yeah. But
Yeah,
like
and his abs were just insane.
but he tames this griffin. What would you call it? Like it
Yeah,
was
like
a
hippogriff
griffin.
almost.
Yeah. And this thing was like, see, this guy just makes a random bet. Do you think we can tame you? Do we think you can ride it? And he's like, yep. And he just walks
Right?
up to it and then has this like
Again,
in
sorry, really quickly, it's also Star Wars because how they free Anakin, they make a
mm,
bet on a fucking race.
yep.
It's the same sort of setup again, but please continue.
So he goes in there, he talks to this bird, and this bird's like, oh, realizes we're the same after he says it to it. And he's like, oh,
Oh
no
no.
worries, come fly on me. And then they're
Uh-huh.
flying, and this he's flying on this bird or this griffin, and all of a sudden he gets thrown off because it flies him into a wall, and he hits his head in slow-mo, like he makes direct contact with his head. And I
Yeah.
went, this is silly. I'm going to look up what the average speed of a bird is. And I sent Lawson this message out of nowhere. I don't think, had you seen the movie by then?
No, I had, but when you messaged, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because it was just info dump. But go on.
This is the message. I'm just going to read it because I feel like it's got more impact. I said, if the average bird flying speed is 20 to 30 miles per hour, and the bird thing says, well, the bird thing is, say, 100 times bigger than the average bird, the thing that old mate rides, that would mean, say, 25 split the middle, 25 times 100. I'm just going basing off like 100 times bigger. It means it would go 100
Yeah.
times quicker. That is 2,500 miles per hour, and that is 4,023 kilometers for us Australians. So that would be a lot of force hitting an object. It takes 235 kilos to crush a skull. So that bloke's dead.
Yes.
I can't calculate that force as it's well out of my scope. Fuck, it got sidetracked.
And we weren't even talking about Rebel Moon at the time. It was
No.
something completely different, and you're sort of throwing numbers at me about fucking bird speeds and shit. I'm like, what is happening?
Oh,
Yes.
like I
But
was
like that's crazy. You know, think of being thrown out of a car at that speed and hitting a wall.
yeah, like they don't have force powers. That was the only thing that like this movie didn't have that was Star Wars. Like if they
You're
had
not
force
wrong.
powers in there, they had high tech.
Sued.
Yeah, they would had like high tech machinery. They had flying thingos. They had the story. They had the twist. They had the I am your
Yep.
father. Like it
Same
was
characters,
just
lightsabers.
yeah, just no one's likable
Yeah.
at all.
And it was just because that's why I think it's good as a game, because a video game lets you go from planet to planet and explore the world. I actually think that the universe set up here isn't terrible. Like I think that if Zack Snyder, because what I'm hearing, he wants to sort of build a cinematic universe around this stuff. I'm not against it. I think that there's potential here for fun, as much as a lot of it is just Star Wars. But I'm pretty bored of Star Wars, so I'm okay with someone doing something different. Uh, but when you try and do one movie and the entire act two is just literally fly to planet, get into some hijinks. They fly a bird, they fucking have to have a shootout. They watch someone cut up a giant spider drow with fucking laser swords for some reason D&D meets Star Wars.
Also, she
And
got
a cool
stabbed in
scene.
that. She got stabbed in the forearm and then had
Yes.
no issues
No,
at
God, no,
all.
because she's a hero.
I also didn't know that spiders could jump. I had to look that up as well. Like when I saw it did this massive like jump, I was like, I didn't know that spiders could jump.
Yeah, I guess, but not all spiders have human bodies top half as well.
No, but like
No, it's fantasy.
it's got spider legs, so I assumed like
Can spiders propel themselves? Yeah,
yeah,
I get
and
it.
like apparently all spiders can jump. Did you know that?
Yep,
Hmm.
I did because
How
I
did
was
you
a
know
kid because I was
that?
scared of spiders. Because I was scared of
No.
spiders when I was a kid, and then
Oh,
someone told me
wow.
there's a jumping spider, and I was like, "And all spiders jump?" And I remember looking it up in a book, being
Yeah.
like, "Oh, that's terrifying that spiders can jump."
They can. Yeah.
Point is, they go for random place, something happens, they recruit the person, and they leave. And at the end, there's a big twist, and oh, spoilers if you give a shit. One of the guys betrays them, and the betrayal is so bad because we spent no time with him or them establishing that he's a good guy. You look at the betrayal of Mouse, no Mouse, what's his fucking name in Matrix, in the first Matrix,
Oh
the
yeah.
guy who betrays the whole fucking crew. He is like when that happens, you spend so much time with him and the rest of the group that you're fucking mad at him. This didn't have anything. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. This is where the story is going now. And there was a big shootout, and then it ended,
And
and
lots of
I
people
felt so
died.
dissatisfied.
We're like, we
Lots
just
of people
recruited
died.
you and you're dead.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's like, what? Why did I spend
Characters spent no time with. Yeah,
I spent 2 hours just recruiting you and you died?
yeah.
I was like, all
I
right.
know. I don't like. Yeah, more than one character died. You're not wrong,
And there's
and it meant nothing.
the nod to like Darth Vader. So with the final big like showdown, and then he gets
Hmm.
like all crumbled, and then they leave, and then those people come in and get the body of old mate, and then they take him back and they're like
Oh, right.
hooking him up to machinery and stuff. I was like, oh, get
Yeah,
out
yeah.
of it.
Feels exactly like Darth Vader. I know.
If you
They're
did,
cramming a bunch of Star Wars movies into one.
I was like, if you said I've got the high ground now, I would have just,
Yeah,
I was,
with the high ground, Anakin.
this is wow.
Yeah,
Ah,
this. I think I wrote my notes that this kind of would have been better if it was set in the Star Wars world, and I'm not sure I actually believe that anymore. I kind of like his setting he's creating, but Zack Snyder, man, just calm down. Some of it
ah.
looked nice. I think
That's
some of it looked quite pretty. There's a reason it's so expensive.
oh yeah. I just that's why I think it would have been better as a show. Like you get an hour an episode, each episode
Hmm.
recruit your team, and
Yep.
then have more time to develop.
Yep.
But
I totally
again,
agree.
Snyder's like, oh, I'm working on an edit that will expand it. I was like, I don't,
Stop.
you shouldn't have to do that. You should just
No,
make
just
it.
release the better fucking movie.
Yeah.
I know it's so tedious. I'm sick of this. I'll release. I feel the same about Napoleon. I just much as I want to watch the better movie, don't give me the bad movie then. Let
Hmm.
me watch the better version from the get go.
Yep. I also
The
have no
reviews
idea
though,
what's going on with that robot. Like those
I
robots,
know,
they quickly threw it in, and they were like, these robots,
I
when
know,
the queen or the whatever the symbol of hope for them was, those like
princess.
decide to stop fighting, and then it was
Uh
like,
huh.
here's a flower bouquet, and it was like trying to show emotion, but the robot didn't have any facial features to show
Yep.
any emotion. And then later on, we get a scene with him with the antlers. I was
Yeah.
like,
Which they didn't
what?
even use it in the end.
I was like, what is happening here? I
I'm
was,
actually curious to see where that goes though. Like I want more from that robot story, but they teased it instead of actually revealing anything. I know it's gonna happen. It's gonna be really fucking obvious. They're gonna get into a fight. Everything looks dire, and they throw rocks up with a bunch of other robots or fucking wildlife or some shit.
so we're throwing some Lord of the Rings in where the trees come in.
Yeah, why
Mm.
not? Be an undead army as well for some
Yeah.
fucking reason.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't care.
what would you give it then?
This
I find this very hard to rate.
in it. For
Yeah.
me, it's like a one and a half. There are elements that I liked. Some of the shots are really pretty. I think Zach does, bring things up to 11 sometimes. Um, but he often a lot of that often it doesn't stick to the walls because it's just so silly and ridiculous. Like why Zach isn't making Fast and the Furious movies yet, I don't know. That's what this felt like to me.
Feel like he will.
But look, I like the world building. I like, you know, sort of some of the I can't say the characters, but I liked like the bad guys. They might as well just be Nazis at this point. I know the Empire are based on Nazis, but these guys, rather than space Nazis, these guys are like Nazis in space.
Yeah.
And I kind of like it, kind of dig it. They're pretty fun.
Even their
So there are
design,
elements I like,
even their costume is pretty much Nazi. Like
literally,
it's pretty much the Nazi uniform.
literally, which is
Yeah.
interesting. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's just it doesn't hit the mark. It's you get no time with characters. It feels like something we've seen before, and I don't know how it costs so much goddamn money, but here we are. 1.5 from me.
Okay. Yeah, I'm torn between a one and a two. Like there were moments I enjoyed. Some of the fight scenes were kind of cool. They were
Yep.
like you're not your standard fight scenes, like when
Some.
Cora's first fighting, like she's doing some random like full leanovers, like stabbing him in the feet, and like
Yeah.
it was bizarre to watch her fight
Yeah.
scenes. And like they were
Uh-huh.
stylish, they were just really, really slow. Like the characters, I couldn't care less about anybody, but
No one.
there's like you said, the world building is kind of cool. I'm interested to see where it goes. Like, hopefully it goes away from Star Wars. I'm hoping they're like, all right, we've
It kind of needs to.
it needs to be able to tell its own story because this was
Uh-huh.
just a mashup of like all the Star Wars films all together. If they went to like some political courtroom and then had an emperor that was masking as a politician or whatever, I would have been
Hmm.
like, okay, whatever. So I don't know if it's a one or a two. I'm gonna go with one. I'm gonna
Sure.
go with one. Go with
Yeah. I
one.
think it's closer to a one than a two
Yeah,
in my eyes as well.
yeah. So I don't know. I came in real excited for it. Like I was pretty pumped to see it.
Yeah.
It also had a much earlier release than pretty much everything on Netflix. Like when they say it's a Friday release, they don't normally give a time. It normally comes out like 4 or 5 in the afternoon for
For
us.
us. Yeah.
But it was like 1:30 in the Arvo that it
Okay.
came out. Yeah. And they actually advertised what time it would be released,
No
which is
shit.
bizarre for Netflix. Like I feel like they were banking on this being highly popular.
Nope. Well, it's getting a lot of views,
Yeah.
but it's not getting good reviews.
No, no, it's not.
But
It's also
whatever.
like when it's not grey, it looks really good. Like
Yeah, that's fair because a lot of it is just neutral, neutral, neutral.
a lot of it's grey and it's not.
Browns and grays and yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Which I think like makes it dark and edgy, but it just
Nope.
loses palette. Like the shot behind you right now, for those who are watching, it doesn't look that very good. Doesn't look that good very often.
No, but when it does, it looks really good.
Yeah, agreed. That's why it's 1.5.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, let's move on to our next family switch movie, which is another brand new Netflix one, which is just out in time for its would you call this Christmas? It's kind of Christmas, but it's not like really Christmas focused.
That was. I wrote my notes. What the fuck was Christmas besides the music?
I think it was just at that time, and I think that's what they use for the magical switch. But this is a comedy family film, loosely based around Christmas, but this is when a chance encounter with an astrological reader causes the walkers to wake up to a full body switch. Can they unite to land a promotion, college interview, record deal, and soccer tryout? So
That's so silly. Sorry.
it's a lot to throw at you.
A lot happening in one day. All like the most pivotal moments in their lives are happening on the same day. It's so
Right?
silly.
It's bizarre. So,
Yep.
surprise, surprise, we have Jennifer Gardner, who is playing the mother, which makes a very, very similar appearance to was it Suddenly 13 or Suddenly 30? Can't
Suddenly
remember which.
30. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was called 13 going on 30 in America. And they make a joke at this point, like, oh, you're 13 going on 30. And it's like, come on.
I thought that was
Really?
I thought that was pretty funny. So
No.
when they dual switch bodies, they made it reference to every single like body switch movie, like Friday,
Freaky
was it
Friday.
Freaky Friday,
Which is the
Big.
only good one. Like,
Ah,
happily
big,
say.
big, big, such a good film.
It's not a body swap. It's just
It
isn't
is.
big where he ages? Does he swap bodies with a man?
No, like he becomes much older.
Yeah, but it's not a body swap, is it?
Well, if
Body like
13 going on
13 going
30,
on 30 is down the same page. I guess big is as well.
same. They make reference to it anyway.
Sure.
Yeah. So the family's out and about. We get a little bit of establishment of them all, who they are. The mum's a very controlling mum, like a very prominent in her workplace. She's going for
Yep.
this big promotion. She's an architect from memory.
Was she? Okay. I couldn't
Yeah,
remember what the fuck she was.
yeah.
Good job.
She was an architect because I remember the pitch meeting they talk about like the design of something or other. The dad's a teacher. He loved high school, which then gets shown later on. So
Yep.
he's a music teacher. That's right.
He's a music teacher.
Yeah,
Yep. He's
yeah,
a
because
musician who was in some band that succeeded. He didn't.
yeah. So
Yep.
yeah, so he's a music teacher. The son is a bit of a nerd. Is very focused on going to Yale. It's Yale, isn't it? That's like the
Uh,
prestigious college
don't
or whatever it
remember.
was.
Jesus.
But he's
He
very
was
focused.
autistic, definitely.
Yeah,
I thought the character came across as ASD.
he's very focused on his studies and very intelligent, wanting to
Yep.
progress in that. And then the daughter is an extremely talented soccer player who is the best they've ever seen at the school.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
Yep. They're all
So,
just a family of gifted and very wonderful people.
yeah.
And disgusting.
So,
No family like this exists. It's so ridiculous.
yeah. So
Sorry.
they're all off and about. They're all very excited for one another, and they're having problems. They're all clashing. They go to this random as telescope, which is the most random place to go ever. Like I don't know
Yep.
who decided that. Which
The boy
then
did.
then there's some astronomical explosion or something rather, which caused them. They took a
Planets
photo
aligning or some shit.
and
Yep.
then the telescope broke and there was the glass bit and a really
Yep.
random old lady who was somehow in control of the body switches, and
Yep.
then you do the body switch, you have the comical waking up, dealing with each other's problems, you have the resolution of them realizing, oh, it's not as easy as I thought it was. Oh, your life isn't as easy as I thought it was too. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciate you. And then everything
Yep.
gets sorted out in the end. So that's the
Sure.
story.
The end. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And throw in some Christmas music.
yeah, which was bizarre. I gotta say, although very, very, very predictable, where you were like, oh, the baby with the dog was a new touch. I hadn't seen that before.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I had
Comedy gold right there.
I had a few giggles at that one.
Oh,
With whoa, all right. Really? Not one.
dude, this sucked. This
Ah,
was a hard watch.
really?
I can't even. I heard someone say that at least it's charming. I'm like, it's not charming. It's fucking gross. It's so
Ah,
disgusting in every
ah,
facet.
oh, you're the Grinch. I had a reasonable
No.
time. I watched it with the kids and my wife, and
Hmm.
we had a good chuckle.
I'm
It was
sure with a
funny.
family, because it's aimed at families, it's aimed at fucking babies. So if you're with the family watching it, like, oh, that's cute, you probably enjoy it more. Watching this on my own in my bedroom, what is this bullshit, dude?
You're that raging. I
Just
laughed.
bored.
Okay. Look, is it a masterpiece? No. Was it enjoyable? Yes. Could you
No.
predict everything that was happening?
Yes.
Yes. But it was,
It was not enjoyable.
come on. The bloke that was
No.
singing and Jennifer Gardner coming in. Look,
Can you say her
I've
name again for me?
Jennifer Garner.
Thank you.
What?
You keep calling her a gardener.
Yeah.
She's not a gardener.
Uh,
There's no, there's
I
no
don't
D
know.
there.
I'm a
Garner.
bit
I know.
biased because I liked her in Alias.
I
Was it
didn't
like,
mind Alias. I just watched it with my mum. It's a
yeah.
very mum show.
You reckon?
Alias, yeah, of course it is. That's why it was
Whoa.
on primetime commercial TV.
You reckon it's a
That's when
mum
all the
show?
fucking mums sit down. Yes, it is.
Yeah, right. Season 2 opener where she comes out in the full lingerie kit with
I don't remember that.
Thunderstruck. Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah, well, Thunderstruck is the most dad song ever.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It is.
It's
It's
pretty
literally
good.
the song that my family and I did a cheerleading dance for on my dad's 70th birthday. It was like the
Yeah,
Crookers mix of Thunderstruck.
yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. I had a good time.
No,
Look,
I found it so boring and so
uh,
shit. And one of the biggest problems with it is when you watch like Freaky Friday, when the characters switch, the mum feels like the daughter is in the body, and the daughter feels like mum was in the body because you spent a fair bit of time getting to know the characters, and they felt quite unique. In this, there was just boy on the spectrum, athletic girl, professional woman, and musician dad. And when they switched bodies, it didn't feel like it was the dad in the kid's body. It just became, it was like the kid became charismatic. And when it was the young girl with the mum in the body, it's just like the kid became confident. But then, like, I don't think Jennifer Garner felt at all like a teenager. And I don't think Ed Helms felt like he was ASD. Like the kid's autism disappeared when he became the dad because his charisma went up because Ed Helms has charisma. I don't know,
yeah.
dude. You can't you can't call this good or even entertaining. Same problem
Uh,
with Rebel Moon. Yeah, I don't know any of the characters. None of the characters did anything. They just went through the plot points and the movie ended.
yeah, right. Look, it was it's what I expect for like a straight to streaming service. You know, you get those weeklies where you walk into back in the days and you're like, I might grab this one. And it's one of those movies you're like, that was all right. And you sit there, you have a little giggle,
No,
switch off, have a good time.
I can't switch off like that. It's got to
You,
have something charming, like The Pacifier, right? With Vin Diesel. That is a god awful movie, but it's fun. It's fun, and they're trying something new, and it's like, they're actually comedy in it. This was just awkward family moments after awkward family moments with fart jokes thrown in and the grossest CGI baby on the planet.
fart jokes are funny.
They're funny once. The rule is you get one piss, one vomit, and one fart, and this was drowning in all of them.
I giggled.
No,
I giggled a lot.
I know
Uh,
it's definitely more your comedy. You
yeah.
you you do err towards the American side of comedy.
Oh
I probably
yeah.
err towards more the British.
Oh, I don't mind the British unless it's I don't know. Yeah, some British.
I
I'm
fucking
British.
IT crowd. I'll froth every day.
I see crowd.
You don't really find it funny.
It's okay. It's okay. It's just yeah, I
But
don't
if you
know.
like British comedy, you love IT crowd.
Mm,
I think.
I like in betweeners.
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah.
But in
A
betweeners leans into that crass
Blackadder.
comedy.
Love Blackadder.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Blackadder's pretty
Uh
sick.
what was the other one that was around that same time? Red Dwarf. Enjoyed Red
Yeah, I didn't
Dwarf.
like Red Dwarf. Wasn't a
Yeah.
fan. A bit more
Yeah.
mature for me at the time, I think.
Yeah. Those
Oh,
those
sorry, looking through
ones.
my notes really quick. I just noticed. I remember the moment where the brother and sister had to kiss. They didn't, but like that's a really fucking yuck scene
It was.
because it would fuck you up. You're in your dad's body kissing your mum, who's actually your sister. Like that would they don't talk. They're making it as a comedy, but that would fucking destroy a child,
Yeah,
especially a little ASD kid like this.
it was pretty it was pretty intense. It was a bizarre scene.
Oh,
Oh, well, I
this was bad, man.
can't wait to talk about Saltburn next week. You want to talk about some messed up scenes?
Yeah, messed up is fine. Just like don't sell it as a comedy.
Okay.
Don't make it, haha, look, they're gonna kiss. Oh, it's really funny. No, that's fucking scarring. That's horrible.
Uh,
No,
no.
this was dumb out of 10. I found it so disgusting. The fact that it was Christmas, I don't understand, but it fits the bill because it was just as Hallmark and shit.
Also,
Didn't find it charming.
how
I'll go on.
how can no one ever find a bully that is like visually age appropriate? They keep
Yeah.
getting this bloke, Cyrus
Yep.
Arnold, who
Uh-huh.
looks like he's 40 to be a high school bully. He was in Mr. Carrigan's
Mr.
phone.
Harrigan's phone. Yep, yep.
Yeah. And like he looks like the most old bloke ever. Like
Yeah.
the joke was in Adam Sandler's movie, like O'Doyle or whatever, was like so dumb that he would never pass. But like that was a comical aspect. This bloke is meant to be like the terrorizer of this year level, and
Yeah.
he looks older than the teachers.
He looks like an absolute man. Yeah.
Yeah, like
He looks like Javier Bardem from No Country for Old Men, like the bad
yeah.
guy. Like he looks like he's the same fucking age. It's just old man. I
I could
know.
I
How
don't
old is he?
don't know, but I don't understand how they keep getting him to be a high school bully.
Uh-huh.
Like it's so
He's
bizarre.
20. He looks older than 20,
There's no way is he 20?
supposedly.
Yeah,
But
right.
like you wouldn't cast an adult who looked like an adult as a child. So don't cast a child who looks like an adult as a child. You know?
Yeah.
He's
It's,
still
it's
20. He's meant to be playing like a 16-year-old. He's still 20 and he looks like he's 40.
yep. It's
I wouldn't even
so
cast him as a
bizarre.
20-year-old.
I don't know. I don't know.
But
It's
yeah, he
bizarre.
sucked. He was annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway,
What would you give it?
to me it's a half. It's not entertaining in any facet. It's a half a star. It's not even a one.
Wow.
I hated it. It's awkward, bad, and I couldn't wait for it to be over. It
Okay.
was aimed at like young children and families, and I'm neither of those things. So
Okay.
nope, half a star.
Well, I'm 3 stars. I enjoyed it. I would tell people that it is a fun little movie to watch.
Wowzers.
Yep.
A
Yeah.
3
3. I would
recommended.
recommend
So
it.
if you were sitting around in a circle, everyone's like, "Oh, you seen Family Switch?" You'd be like, "Yeah, it was pretty
Yeah.
good. You should watch it."
Yeah, I would.
Oh my god. Or that, like I literally spoke to someone about it yesterday at my family reunion, and they were like, "Took me to my movies what you seen recently, and whatever." I was like, "Oh, a lot of people have seen this. A lot of my family, like fucking middle-aged mums and stuff, have seen this." And everyone, even they, were like, "It's just a bad Freaky Friday." I'm like, "Yeah, exactly. I'd watch Freaky Friday 14,000 times before I watch this again."
Oh, come on. Come on.
What do you give
Ugh.
Freaky Friday then?
I didn't
Just off
mind
the top of your
Freaky
head
Friday.
right now,
Like a 3.
out of five.
Like a
You
3.
think this is as good
Yeah.
as Freaky Friday?
Yeah. Yeah.
That is appalling.
Oh, oh,
Appalling.
oh, whatever, bro.
You can't even. Freaky Friday is like a timeless classic. This is.
Mm.
I forgot this existed a week later.
Nah, still having a giggle about it.
Oh my god. How
Yeah, it
different we
is.
are.
Yeah.
Wowie.
Oh,
Okay.
fun
Let's move on.
times. Yeah. So obviously well, you couldn't see the boy and the heron.
My car broke down, okay? The day I was going to watch it, my car shit itself, but all day chasing a part, and I finally got
Yeah.
it fixed. And then I
Well,
didn't get time since. So
I'm
sorry.
glad. I'm glad. But I saw it and I'll save it for next week because there's a bit to talk about on that one.
Yes,
But
I'm going to watch it.
but
Promise.
instead, we watched some different things. I
Yep.
watched Taylor Swift's era concert or era concert era.
Telling the story.
Yeah,
Era
but
sounds good to me.
yeah, and it is 3 hours, and I had a blast from start to finish. She is an entertainer. Like the stage is incredible. Like seeing that they're at the SoFi Stadium, so which is the equivalent of the MCG, like holds 100,000 people.
Okay. It's
And
huge.
the like it's packed and the stage all comes out, like the falls, the things that are able to come out and be displayed. There's a part where she jumps into the stage and there's water underneath and she swims all the way out. And it's
Okay.
shaped as a guitar and it's like she's got banging songs and she looks pretty good. And it's like this there's lots going on. I highly recommend it. So those people that were like going to the cinemas and stuff to like rock out, yeah, I
Hmm.
get it. I get it. I
Let
get it.
them. Yeah,
Yeah,
as soon as I found out that it was literally just 3 hour concert, fucking let them. That's
yeah,
great. Pretend like you're there.
yeah. It was banging. So like it was really, really good. Real
Give me some
entertaining.
highlights.
The highlights when she jumped into the stage, I was like, what? Like I wasn't expecting it. Like she was on this platform that raised out of nowhere. I was like, oh, that's kind
Hmm.
of cool. And then the song finished, and then she jumped in, and then she swam, and you get like an aerial shot of her swimming through the stage.
Oh, she jumped in as in it's like it's water.
It's actual water,
Oh, right.
and she like swam out and then came out.
Wow.
Mate, that's cool. That's
I mean, it's hard
cool.
to picture, I guess. Good
Yeah.
on her.
Oh
That was
yeah.
what, during a song?
Like at the end of the song, for like at the end, because it starts with each like era that she's had, and then she'll play like her
Okay.
hit songs from that, and then it'll swap. Like there'll be some really cool transition.
Ah,
Like
okay.
it would be like, say, the Rolling Stones or the Chili Peppers were like, this is when this album came out, and
Yeah,
then
okay.
they'd transition into each of the different like phases of them releasing music.
Sure. Sure. Okay, I didn't know that. So she like literally starts from the beginning, does like love story and stuff, and
Mm,
then
yeah.
like her later songs like, later in the piece. Okay.
Yep, yep. And then has like
It's
a
kind of cool. A bit of a story there.
transition and different themes for each of the eras that are currently on there.
Different themes.
Yeah, so like obviously love stories, um, like real innocent and like all
Sure.
bits and pieces, and then as it progresses, it becomes like different and like more, what's the word? Impressive, I reckon. It becomes more
Okay.
like more performer
More like
where
epic, theatrical.
yeah, yeah. Because like
Sure.
obviously when she first came out, she was like love story, the cute country pop star, and then as she progressed, she became like the pop star.
Yeah.
She's
Well, it's
d
true.
definitely the biggest pop star
Oh,
currently.
insane.
Yeah, she's
She
massive.
won Person of the Year, right?
Is she?
Like, yeah, pretty
Yeah,
sure.
right.
Um, her like I never would have back when Love Story and that was coming out, and she was getting a bit of a name for herself. Like, yeah, she's getting big, but I never would have anticipated what the level she's at now. Like the tickets selling out, how fast hundred thousand seats can sell out for one person. Like until this tour when she's coming to Australia and stuff, I still didn't realize how big she'd become. So
Yeah,
I have no like connection to her music or I don't listen to I guess popular radio. I didn't realize how big she got.
yeah.
And now it's like how many even the records that the fucking Eras Tour movie broke. Pretty
Mhm.
wild.
It's insane. Also, they
Yeah.
cut to the people in the crowd, and like people in the front row are like crying hysterically.
Oh, of course. Like,
Like
yeah.
I don't get that.
No,
I don't get the crying and the oh my God, like end of the
a lot of
day.
emotion being in a concert. I love seeing my favorite bands
Yeah,
being right at
but
the front and
would you
like
be right at the
seeing them in
front?
person and
Would you be crying? Do you get that like
uh
idolization of those people?
I don't know. But fucking young teen girls, of course they would.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. And there's like some bloke that was like doing the hand actions, like, and they would cut to him anytime there was like a key moment in a song. So it was so funny. It's like really well edited as well.
Yeah, well it must be.
Yeah,
For a 3 hour concert, it must be pretty yeah. I would imagine just one camera angle sitting at the top watching them,
yeah, no,
imagine it'd be pretty heavy
yeah,
edited.
yeah. Like if you got some house chores and stuff to do, chuck it on, and you'd be like distracted as you go. You'd be like, I don't know,
Probably
vacuuming,
not.
and then you're like, oh, I feel like you would.
If I'm gonna do house chores, I'm gonna listen to a podcast or put an
Yeah.
actual movie on that I like Wolf of
Uh,
Wall Street.
I was trying to cook dinner at the same time, and the TV's like behind the kitchen's there, so like open living, you can look out. And I was like
Hmm.
trying to stir stuff while like transfixed on the TV.
Staring at
It
it.
was like flicking like
Yeah,
rice and stuff around. Yeah.
turns out put on a show, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
I like
Highly
that Pink in
recommended.
her day. Like Pink was pretty. Her
Pink's a,
shows were pretty well known.
yeah, very good entertainer.
Mm.
She is more focused on her family now. She's got a really good
Okay.
Amazon Prime doco, which is really
All
interesting.
right.
It's really
There you go.
cool.
I had no idea.
We watched it, and like for two people that are very famous in their own fields, because her husband is really well known in the
Oh, is he?
motocross. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, he pretty much gave up motocross so that she can pursue her like music stuff, and
Yeah.
and then they don't get nannies or anything. Like they both do the parenting, which was really cool.
Cool.
Like
So they should. Yeah.
you expect really rich, famous people who are like, we'll just get a nanny, look after the kids while we go
Yeah.
off and
Of
do the stuff.
course.
But yeah, they're like
Uh-huh.
really family orientated. It
Like that.
was
So they
really
should
cool.
be.
Hmm.
Have children for the right reasons.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought they were good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Well, I'm glad
other
you enjoyed the sizzle, the tea swizzle
yeah,
concert.
even though you boys will give me, you're like, Ryan's just a white girl at heart.
You are a white girl.
Yeah.
Even your fucking boost order is a white girl basic order.
Oh, I'd refuse. $10 is a lot for a boost order.
I know.
It's
We do it
ridiculous.
fairly frequently, but we're dinks, so
Whoa.
whatever.
Yeah, right. It's like,
We get boost probably once a week. There's a time when we first moved up here and like right near a boost, we got boost every couple of days.
yeah, right. It's
Bad.
good, but it's not $10 good.
Yeah, I don't care. I buy shit with myself all the time.
Yeah, right.
$10 is only $10. Who cares?
Yeah.
I know that's why I'm broke.
What did you watch?
I watched a series called Yellow Jackets. It is. I realized it was as old as it was. I thought it was really recent, but I think it's a few years old now. There's two seasons, but only the first season just recently came to Netflix. Yeah, it's not actually that bad. It started off really slow. So the basic premise is the story takes place present day and sort of in the past, or present day in the future. But there's sort of two timelines happening at once. So one timeline is a bunch of like a high school team of girls soccer. They get they're on a plane. The plane crashes in the wilderness, and these girls end up living in the wilderness for a year and a half. The show sort of hints at there's like a supernatural element. There's potentially something to do with like cannibalism. It's sort of like Lord of the Flies.
Okay.
And the other timeline is the same people grown up when they're in like their mid 30s, and some of them have kids, and some of them are like drug addicts and dealing with the pain of you know 20 years ago and that sort of stuff. So it's sort of they're two stories happening at once. So there are
Does it get
go
messy?
on. I don't
Like
think so.
with two timelines?
No, because it kind of like it's really slow. Like one thing I will say about it on a negative is that it does take a while for it to get interesting.
Okay.
Initially, when I was first watching it, I felt like it was too slow, and I just kept watching it because honestly, there was one time where I was like, "Yeah, I'm done with this," and then I got myself some food and I sat back down. I couldn't be stuffed trying to find something else to watch. I just kept watching. But by the time episode like 7, 8, 9 come around, the midway of the second half, it gets better. The sort of things start to ramp up in the wilderness. There's a bit more mystery happening in the modern day.
Is it similar to that show where those people get abducted? The 400 or whatever it was called. Those
The
people get
100.
no, 100's the futuristic one, but there was
Yeah,
one where
yeah.
they get taken by the aliens and then they all of a sudden reappear.
I don't know what that is.
Uh, okay.
Look it up for me. Sorry. I don't recognize the sound of that.
Um, yeah. I think it was on Stan. People taken by aliens. and reappear. Um, oh, is it the event?
I haven't heard of that one. Do you remember the movie? Oh, sorry, do you ever watch Two Guys One? What's it called? What's
Two and a
that
half men.
old Two and a Half Men? Thank you, my God. Two guys. I was gonna say Two Guys, One Boy. And I was like, wait, that's not right.
I was wondering where you
Two
were
and a Half
going.
Men, right? Do you remember Charlie Sheen's like stalker in that?
Yeah, Rose.
Rose, good job.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Melanie Linsky is the actor. She's like one of the main characters in this. She's great. I think she's a really good job. Even the like,
She played the stalker really well, like a really likable but like creepy stalker.
yeah, she's kind of that way here too, because her character's like really good at gutting animals and stuff, and she has like a bit of a dangerousness to her, but she's also like a really innocent woman, which I think is similar to Rose in that way.
The Returned. Oh, no, that's the French. The 4400.
Never heard of it.
No.
No.
Yeah, it's called the 4400 as the reappearance of 4400 missing persons on a single day confounds the global community. Federal agents on the case slowly discover the ways in which the victims have been changed. It was like
Okay.
these people disappeared, and then all of a sudden, the people all appear back on the same day
Yeah, right. Okay. No,
after
I haven't
like
heard of that.
years. No, Mum used to watch it. I
Okay.
remember seeing bits and
Interesting.
pieces. Like it got reasonably good reviews, people said,
Hmm.
but
Well, yeah, I
it's
can't confirm or deny if it's anything like that,
okay.
but I guess it sounds potentially similar because if people have, like, if they've changed and the world hasn't, I guess it's because these characters, part of it is like it's discussing how they are so different because of what happened to them in the wilderness. And the rest of the world is like trying to find out what happened and did you guys actually eat each other and lose rumors swirling around and whatever. There's one character that she's just fucking awesome because she's batshit insane. She kidnaps a woman. She hides a body perfectly because she's like a detective, like a, not really a detective, but like a citizen detective.
Mm,
Um, but she's batshit crazy. She's in love with like their coach in the wilderness, and he's gay, but it's the 90s, so they can't sort of discuss that. And she comes on to him and stuff, even though she's a child, and he has to sort of play along because she tries poisoning him when he first says no. So she's just this batshit crazy character. Everything she does is so fucking off the walls, nuts. That I love her.
yeah,
Um,
right.
but yeah, it's an okay show. Like, you had to give a rating. It's probably like a 3.5. It's keeping me interested. And it's a really easy watch because it's slow enough pace that I don't need to stare at the screen the whole time. And when things do ramp up, it's interesting and enough to make you go, oh, okay, and actually fucking pay some attention. So I'm
Okay.
enjoying it. I need to figure out how I'm going to watch the second season because I'm a little bit annoyed that I can only watch the first season, even though the second one already exists.
Netflix.
Oh, it's
Netflix.
weird. How do they get the rights for one season? I don't understand how that works.
I don't know. I don't know how Netflix work.
No.
No. So they're raising their prices so they can give Zack Snyder free reign on Star Wars. Who
Yeah, no
knows?
shit. Oh, it's Paramount Plus. Okay. I wonder if I can get it on Paramount Plus then.
Should be able to then if they own the rights to it.
I'm thinking about getting Paramount Plus and dropping Stan.
Yeah, right. Does anyone use Stan anymore? I'm annoyed that Stan has the Champions League. It annoys me a lot.
Oh, does it?
Yep. It's the only like sport they have that I'm interested in.
Sure. I didn't realize I even did sport. I mean, I
This
probably did. I think you told me before, but I just ignore
yeah,
that.
it's an extra $15 a month for to
Oh, right.
watch. The Champions League is like what you got not many games.
That's dumb.
Yeah, yeah, it's
So
weird.
what are you paying for it then? It's extra $15.
I'm not paying it.
No, what do you pay? Like, because Stan already is what? 15. So you're paying $30 just to watch Champions League.
Hmm.
That's ludicrous.
Yep, but you get tennis
Oh,
and rugby.
what rugby league? Like Australian league?
I want to say yes, but I honestly don't really know the difference
Yeah,
between the two
fair.
rugbies. It's not.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
It's not something that Carl was grown up with. It's the old
Yeah,
rugby.
where it's exactly what I did grow up with. Didn't touch footy growing up, but a
Yeah,
lot of rugby on the TV.
yeah, but yeah.
But yeah, that's what I watched. That's what you watched. That's what we watched.
And then
What are we
next
watching next
week,
week?
well, Boy and the Heron, you're watching.
Yes, I promise. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
and Saltburn, which is the newest
Uh,
Amazon Prime one. So
mhm.
if you guys want to watch that, it's very trending now on TikTok. You may have seen some
Yep.
reviews on it already. And then coming in to destroy your city is Godzilla -1.
Yeah,
So
boy.
yeah, boy.
Heard good things about. I've been intrigued by it.
Hopefully Godzilla gets a resurgence because there hasn't been heaps of good Godzilla ones, but there's also been a heap of like new Godzilla films coming out or like TV
Yeah.
shows.
Never disappeared, but it never was great.
No. I remember seeing
Remember
the
the
Godzilla.
2001?
Yeah, I reckon I saw that at the cinema.
Yeah, did I?
Hmm.
Shit was bad.
Ah,
Even as a kid, I'm like, this is shit.
I think as a kid I enjoyed it. Like
Yeah,
it was a monster movie.
it was, but never made any sense.
Was it? No, well, I didn't watch it for sense. Even like Blade 3, I enjoyed a lot.
Blade 3 is the worst one.
Oh no, I enjoyed it though.
It's the silliest.
It's the silliest. I liked Blade 1. It was really good. Blade 2 was just they went too heavy on action, where they went away from like the horror building of the characters and they were
Yeah,
like
100%.
just went full action. And then 3 was just a comedy action with like
Yeah.
no horror at
3
all.
had no sense of direction. I don't understand what they're trying to do with it.
I enjoyed
I feel
Ryan
like
Reynolds' character though. It was Ryan Reynolds being Ryan Reynolds.
I didn't picture him in it.
He looks like Ryan
But
Reynolds.
he sounds like Ryan Reynolds.
Mm, yeah. It was
Yeah,
like
I can picture
pretty
Ryan
much
Reynolds.
pretty much Deadpool. It was pretty much Deadpool, you
Yeah,
know.
of course he is. It's
Yeah,
how he's in everything he plays.
yeah,
Everything. He was
yeah,
Deadpool in that fucking spirited Christmas bullshit.
yeah. It's
He's
just
always
him.
just a charismatic, good-looking guy.
What was he in?
Or a
He was
Deadpool.
what was it? Two guys, a girl in a pizza place, and then they shortened the
Oh,
name of that
yes.
what they change the name to? Because it was like it was
Did they?
two. Yeah, they changed it because the original name was two guys and a girl in a pizza place.
Yes, I remember that.
You guys,
Two guys, one pizza.
two guys, a girl in a pizza place. I am
Yep.
pretty confident that they changed the name
It's
somewhere
just two
along.
guys and a girl.
I think it did change to that. Sharon
That sounds
Carter.
familiar.
Yeah. I
No.
remember school holidays
Is
and
she on Fox?
used to be on at like 10 a.m. or something or other.
Yeah,
Used
it
to
used to be on
watch it.
Foxtel. I think Fox 8 used to play it.
Fox 8. Fox 8
Uh-huh.
used to have all the shows, eh? Used to have like
Yeah.
Family Guy, Simpsons, Buffy, Angel,
Yep.
um, like
All that
everything.
shit.
Oh, Sin City. I love Sin City. Michael J.
Oh
Fox
yeah.
was my man.
She's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
The movie you mean?
Spin City.
Oh,
Michael
Spin City.
Michael J. Fox.
Fuck is Spin City? I think you said Sin City.
No, that is a good
I
film.
never seen Spin City.
Really? Mike Flanagan?
No,
Oh, yeah, right.
no. I'm looking at it now. No.
No. Oh,
What is it? Like cop show?
no, he's the deputy mayor of New York. And
Okay.
it's him dealing with like the wacky co-workers.
Oh wow.
Think kind of like The Office, but less Steve Carell and more like Michael J. Fox comedy.
Okay. No. I can vaguely remember this existing, but looking at it, I never watched it.
I loved
A
it.
lot of actors in it that I like.
Yeah,
A lot.
yeah. It
Jesus.
ran for a long time.
145 episodes.
It won two primetime Emmys, and it won
Jesus
14 other
Christ.
awards and
Charlie
38.
Sheen, man.
Yeah,
Oh boy, Charlie Sheen. He
yeah.
went crazy.
There's heaps of big actors in it.
Yeah, right.
Get around it.
Get around it. No
Get around
thanks.
it. You got
Foxay
Sam.
had like Smallville and
Ah,
fucking
Smallville. How's Chloe? She was in a sex cult, eh? I think she
what?
Chloe, she got arrested because she was like recruiting people for this sex cult.
Chloe from Smallville.
Yeah. Google her. Can't remember her
Yeah,
proper name.
right.
But she like there's a full doco on her and how
Allison Mack.
she was recruited into this sex cult and then became like quite high up in it and was recruiting people into the sex cult.
No shit.
Yeah. I think she just got released or like there's recently her case came back up.
Yeah, she was incarcerated
Mm.
in 2021.
Yep.
Oh my
Yep.
God. Okay. I have
Did
to
you
look
not
that up.
did you not know that?
No, I had
Oh
no
right.
idea.
It was a
That's funny
big
as
thing.
hell.
Well,
No,
not for the victims.
no, God, no. That's horrible. No shit. All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna look that up. That's what I'm doing now for
Yeah.
sure. I'm gonna go down like a YouTube rabbit hole. I wonder if I can look up her name on YouTube and anything comes up.
Oh, there'll be heaps on there. You can probably get
Heck yeah.
the shorter videos on TikTok or something.
True, hey.
Yeah.
Well, my attention span.
Yeah. Although you hyperfixate on things.
I
So,
do.
hmm.
I really do.
Mm. Well, yeah, that's all we got time for this week. So you know what to do. Make sure you watch it and join our Discord. Let us know anything you want to watch or if you want to talk about any of the films. Follow Lawson on Letterbox. Lawson, what's your handle?
Lawson MTP, one word.
Yep.
Can't find me.
Otherwise,
All my
if you're on,
reviews and all my notes are in there.
if you're on Spotify, want to give us a 5-star rating, please do.
Please do.
And if you're on YouTube, hit that follow button. Otherwise, you can see us live on Tuesdays and Thursdays on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick and TikTok now. Follow all the
What's the most
socials.
important thing?
Tell your friends. Tell
Tell your
your
friends.
friends. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Love yous.